touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. They go play action here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will get him one closer.
Packers 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
On 1st down, Miller. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Shift! Watch the shift! Check it in!
Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And the pressure gets to him again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. A solid stiff arm. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Again, it's Miller, and he'll take this one down near the 15. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Check 93's the mic.
On 3rd down, Miller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Bang, 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 bang.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
258. Hey, defense, let's go. 258.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. To try again after the sack. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Smooth.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
A 12-yard gain. It's now
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Five.
One final try now for Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but